A mother and her 2 children are among several people who lost their home to a fire today. The blaze badly damaged a 27-room Mills apartment complex at Haynesville, St. James just before 8 this morning. Quick action by 12 fire officers who responded with 2 water tenders prevented the entire apartment complex from being destroyed. They were able to restrict the fire to an upstairs apartment and a downstairs office, although a shortage of water proved to be a challenge. Fire Chief Wilfred Marshall said 2 of his officers were slightly injured from falling debris as they battled that blaze.
1 to the neck and 1 to the wrist. Very slight burns. The fire is not extinguished.
And Rashida Hollingsworth, the occupant of the upstairs apartment, says although her neighbor woke her, she was unable to save the contents.
By the time I get to the noise, I smell smoke, so I come out the bedroom to see what part the smoke was coming from. It was coming from the first bedroom in the apartment. So by the time I went to the bedroom door to open the door to see what was going on inside there, by the time I opened the bedroom door, the fire had already spread in the whole entire front bedroom. So I then ran back and get out the kids and try to escape as well.
Minister of Industry and Member of Parliament for St. James South, Donville Innes, who was on the scene, described the situation as unfortunate and promised assistance for the affected families.
We've already been able to identify an alternative accommodation, temporary as it may be, in the environs of the area, in the environs of this fire, so that the family will not have to move too far. Of course, we will provide the usual assistance with food items and clothing and things that you need physically to make yourself comfortable. Of course, there's the emotional side of it, which often people don't see.
Government and the National Union of Public Workers are at odds over a decision to store retrenched public workers' ex gratia payments until they reach retirement age. According to the NUPW, the Ministry of the Civil Service says government is basing the decision on a Caribbean Court of Justice ruling in the matter of Winston Campbell versus the Attorney General of Barbados. However, General Secretary of the NUPW, Dennis Clark, says this move gives government the right to have its cake and eat it too. He says the union is examining the decision with a view to having it overturned. The development arose after the NUPW met with the Ministry of the Civil Service on Tuesday to discuss the contents of the letters of termination of service of temporary officers. Mr. Clark says the union has requested that there be an amendment to the letters to reflect the storing of their ex gratia payments. Director of Medical Services at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, Anthony Harris, maintains that the institution has been of significant benefit to the people of Barbados. He went on to admit, however, that the journey has not been without its challenges. Mr. Harris made the comments at a public lecture last evening on cancer below the belt at the Grand Sal.
The Queen Hospital have grown over the years and has served the public of Barbados, in my opinion, with distinction. Although at times it has taken a few knocks. But it is our hospital, and it has served this country well, and it continues to do so.
And President of the Barbados Cancer Society, Dr. Dorothy Cook Johnson, says prostate and cervical cancers are problematic for Barbados. She wants Barbadians to lead healthier lifestyles to combat these illnesses.
Prostate cancer causes the highest number of cancer deaths in Barbados, about 100 annually. And cervix cancer, which has always been a burden on Barbadian women, causes up to 18 deaths annually, but it now has huge prospects for eradication by both detective cytology, that is the pap smear, and by massive reduction through systematic education and vaccination.
Parkinson Memorial School continues to celebrate its 53rd anniversary. Among the events that have been held was a mini showcase at the school yesterday. Denise Blackman was there and filed this report.
The school invited dozens of old scholars and members of the surrounding communities to participate in a mini career showcase. Included were careers in health, hospitality, accounting, fashion design and the protective services. Guidance counselor Julia Edie, who organized the event, says students benefited from the exercise.
They've been asked to speak to the students about the secondary education, how it prepares them for work in the future. They've been asked to talk about work ethics. They've been asked to talk about the various other social skills, the important social skills that will help them to interact well with others in the workplace.
Exhibitors praised the career showcase, saying students showed a high level of interest.
The students are very interested and very excited to see the different applications with the vegetables and fruits, and a lot of them are interested in taking this as a career.
Mainly the females who like a lot of the pieces that we have showcased here. The graduation dresses they're really interested in, and also swimwear.
How Coast Guard is set up, there's not one area in which you could work in, but you could specialize in particular areas.
As usual, the weapons drawing most attention, and you'll find the majority of the youngsters, males, drawing closer to the weapons than usual.
The students who spoke to CBC said they were particularly interested in the booths which dealt with armed forces, cosmetology and technology.
I would like to be a footballer, but I would like to use the technology too.
I'll be Coast Guard booth because I like to help people.
I found the Royal Barbados Police Force was really interesting, but it wasn't what I was really looking for. But as for me, I want to be a lawyer.
I haven't chosen a career here, but I already had in mind what I wanted to do. A lawyer.
It gives them an opportunity to explore, because some people might think, well, I want to be an actress or I want to be a doctor. But when you see the different things that people do, it really explores and really, change their minds about different things.
And students past and present say the monetary award was well deserved. And today, anniversary celebrations continued with a dress day at the school. Denise Blackman, CBC News.
Customer service in the tourism sector and accessible tourism will be the topics for this year's annual speech competition. In fact, this year has seen an increase in the number of schools participating. And the development officer of the Ministry of Tourism, Marsha Armstrong, says customer service is a current issue.
Topics are usually chosen given the issues that may occur over the past year. Of course, accessible tourism is a program which the ministry started a year and a half ago, and customer service is important, and it also came up for discussion given that the industry and worldwide there's a recession, and one of the key factors as it relates to pushing the industry forward is providing that consistent customer service.
Outgoing Junior Minister of Tourism, Kezia Ford, says customer service starts at the airport.
Understanding that these are the frontline people, because how you were treated at the airport and that experience of traveling makes a long-lasting impression on one's mind, because many times we think, oh, it's when the person gets to the hotel and from there you could paint a picture or whatever it is you want of your island, but many times it begins.
There is a possibility that jobs can be created for residents in the St. Mark's community. Parliamentary representative for St. Philip North, Michael Lashley, expressed hope that a proposed community centre could generate jobs. This comment was made today as the ground was broken to initiate construction projected to be complete in December 2014. Its cost is estimated to be under $1.8 million.
There's an opportunity for unskilled persons in the area and skilled persons in the area to, of course, get some employment during the construction of this project. I'm not tying the hands of the contractor, but of course I'm saying that there's a possibility that unskilled and skilled persons in the area will get some work. So I'm not tying your hands, contractor, I'm not tying your hands. I haven't employed you, but I am saying hopefully.
Minister of Social Care, Constituency Empowerment and Community Development, Steve Blackett, says the centre will offer services to meet community demand.
The multi-purpose centre makes provision for small cultural performances, community meeting indoors and outdoors, with independent external access to a hospitality area in the case of outdoor activities. It would also have a community training in a range of areas as driven by the community demand, many offered through my ministry or facilitated through partnerships with other individuals and agencies. Access for the disabled is in the form of a ramp and appropriate bathroom facilities, and of course office facilities for the St. Mark's Credit Union and the Department of Constituency and Parliament, the St. Philip North Constituency.